So now it's finally time to go over the rankings for the Instant Songs and Love Live Superstar Season 2. And there was definitely a handful of songs. There was overall a slight disappointment for me, but there were still a handful of songs that I really did enjoy. And of course, we got to see Wheein come into existence and see some of the songs. But I already did my personal rankings on these. But now it is time to see your guys' ranking for these songs overall. So, of course, I had a poll that you guys participated in. It looks much like before, but this time I had it, you guys rank it based on grades. So you had to grade each song S through F. Yes, there could be repeats, but then I just took the average and I will report you the average of each song, starting from the worst average to the highest average. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the results. So that was the full results. Of course, those were based on averages, and those were not my opinions. My own opinions were in a different video. But you can see these being ranked from 1 through 10, where you see the placing, and it's of course based on average. If you see yellow, that means that's the best in the category, silver is the second best, bronze is third best, and red is the worst in the category. So let's talk about a few of each of these songs and more or less figure out how I graded this system. And since a lot of people seem to prefer the system by a lot based on another poll I put on my channel, looks like we'll be using this system going forward. But if you're curious and you are looking at the bottom section, this is the scale. S is 0, F is 5, and then basically I added all those together and got an equation and then averaged it out, and that's more or less how I got the average. So if you see an average of 1.2 or something, that means it's about, based on a grading scale, it's in the A to B category, so it's about an A plus-ish kind of area. So let's go ahead and talk about these rankings then. So we'll start with the song that was given last place, Go Over Start. So you can see the average is 2.5. What does that mean? So again, S is 0, A is 1, B is 2, and C is 3. So you can see 2.5 is between B and C. So 2.5 average is close to B minus-ish, B kind of area. So as you can see, even in that being the worst song, most Love Live songs won't get a really bad rating overall, because if it was that bad, they probably wouldn't actually produce that song and share it with people. So there are always definitely going to be people who like every song, and that's what we're going to see. But by comparing the averages, we can see the songs that is better for most people. And that's what we see here. Go to Start, on average, most people don't really care for it. It's not a bad song, but a lot of people can definitely say that they didn't really care for it, where you can see the majority of the votes are in B and C. So most people think it's okay, and that's kind of what you can see indicated here. And if you look at some of the sections, for example, you can see the 10 to 14, it's got an average of 3.25. So in that age group, they would give it a C+, more or less. So we can then continue with that. The one after that would be Mirai no Oto ga Kikoeru, and that was, of course, the finale song. And that got 9th place overall. And it's got the most Fs in this section, but you can see majority of people, when they listen to the song, thought it was just okay. There was definitely a little bit more people who actually did like the song, but overall, it was not that very interesting. Of course, the most notable thing is that for 10 to 14 year olds, they seem to really like that song for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, but you can see that the average is a 0.75, so on average, that age group gave it like an S-, which, you know, is pretty dang good if you ask me. But it's all the other sections that definitely brings out that average. So hopefully you can start understanding the trend and how things go. So I'll speed up a little bit, but Edelstein, as you can see, got 8th place, and it has an average of about 2.013, which puts it around a really high B, so definitely B+, but not quite an A- yet. And you can see that some of the categories that it did pretty well is females, for example. Even females seem to like Win, at least for this song. And there is also some improvement from the 15 to 20 year olds. Going to 7th place, we have Welcome to Boku no Sekai. And I feel like that song, I think not enough people appreciate it, but you know, it's not for everyone. And you see that the votes move more up towards the rankings as we go on, but that got an average of 1.987. Going to 6th place, we got We Will, which I don't think it's a bad song, despite, you know, especially the fact that a lot of people probably talk about it in a negative way, and I don't think I'm necessarily one that's exempt from that. But the fact that this is an opening song, you generally have higher standards, and We Will just not really meet those standards of opening songs. But that does not mean it's a bad song, it's just, dang, it's a little underwhelming. This is supposed to be something special. This is the opening song. This is what's supposed to get me hyped to watch the anime. And it wasn't. But maybe some moments of the season 2 kind of shows that there was some problems. So maybe it is fitting. I don't know. But overall, it got a 1.911. So it's definitely not bad. And it's definitely appreciated by the older audience, which I guess I belong in there, but I don't agree with that. But again, We Will is not a bad song. Now we got to move up to 5th place in the middle. We have Butterfly Wing for Wien. So Wien has not really taken the world by storm. Definitely has not done towards the top of season 2. But you know, there's still some redeeming qualities of her songs. And we get to see, for example, in Butterfly Wing, that females again seem to like Wien's songs here. And there's a considerable improvement on that, while males seem to not be as interested. And you know, see the average is a 1.4, so that's a pretty decent average for the songs. And then we go to 4th place, that goes Chansei Chansway, and we definitely get to see that again, females, this is the favorite by females for Chansei Chansway, but also 10 to 14 year olds, this was also the favorite type with Mirai no Oto ga Kikoeru. for me personally, Chanceway was definitely a fine song. And I know I personally compared to My Might Tonight, but I do like My Might Tonight better. But I know there's some people who told me that they disagree. But of course, that's fine. And it's still not a bad song. I don't want people to think that way. And now we go to Sing, Shine, Smile, which definitely one of my favorite songs that came out of this anime. And you get to see that it was the song that got the most votes for S rank. Of course, the thing that brings it down is that it got more votes in other lower ranks. And, you know, this definitely is loved by the most people here. But then there's also some detractions where you move towards down where some people just don't care for it as much. And I do see that being a very possible thing. And as we can see across the board, it is definitely really appreciated. And honestly, I really like this song as well. Then we go to second place, and that goes to Vitamin Summer. Definitely a really fun song to listen to, as they just have a lot of great moments. And it's just a fast-paced, fun song, and just the stage overall looked really fun to watch. It is also notable that Vitamin Summer got the most votes for an A, which still is good, and got third most for S. And it was the favorite by males, as well as the 15 to 20 and 21 to 25 year olds. So definitely a song that did pretty well, but of course what brought it down? Well, we get to see mainly the 10 to 14 year olds is what brought it down, as it got an average of 2.25, which definitely hurt its average a bit. But as for the winner, we have, of course, the ending theme, Oikakeru Yume no Sakura. And we get to see that it got the second most votes for S at 100. But it didn't seem to win a whole lot of categories, so why is it first? It's just mostly across the board, it did pretty well. Of course, the one section it didn't do so well, it's the 10 to 14 year olds. But every other section, it definitely did pretty dang well. And overall, I gotta agree, now that was my personal favorite song out of this season. That ending theme is just something that was different than all the other ending themes. So it brought some uniqueness, and I just think it's a fun song to listen to. But on top of that, the animation they added was unexpected, but really appreciated by me. And I still watch it all the time because I just find it just really wholesome and cute. And I go back to watch it all the time, honestly. And I will continue to keep watching it because I think it's just so fun to watch. So that is the results, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this different format, and we'll definitely try some more things like that in the future. But of course, thank you to all the people who did participate in this poll. I do appreciate you guys so much for participating in this. Again, these kind of polls are not possible, and these videos are not possible without you guys. I do appreciate you guys putting the effort in there so much. And of course, these are demographics for the viewers that are interested in seeing that as well. And of course, if you're curious as well, I do have some of the comments, so if you're curious to read those as well, you can read them as they are on the screen as of right now. And of course, let me know what you guys think about these songs in the comments below. And what did you think about the season overall? I know a lot of people have said it was kind of disappointment in terms of, you know, the story, because, you know, that dumb ending. But as at least the song world, yeah, it was a little worse than other seasons. I didn't actually sit down and compare. Maybe one day I will, but overall, you know, I had 3 big winners for me, and the rest are kind of like, okay. And you know, usually get a little bit more per season. And maybe I'm just talking about it, but I don't know. But I'm curious to see what you guys think about this in the comments below. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in another video soon.